Well, howdy there, boys and girls of all ages and shoe sizes. It is time for another Trippy Food live stream. The whole crew's here. Doodle's up here. I think he wants a snack. He hasn't eaten his food yet. I might give him a little piece of snack, but he hasn't eaten his food yet. That concerns me. Doodle. There you go. Let's see if he takes it in the other room. He does not. Okay. So welcome back. This is our first post-holiday. This holiday's coming up. Let's see, we just passed Epiphany, Little Christmas, whatever you want to call that. We just passed that. We have Martin Luther King Day coming up, but Christmas is done, Saturnalia is done, Hanukkah's done. Enough of the big holidays for a while. Maybe the next big thing after, we got President's Day. It is a day off, and then Valentine's Day. So we're cruising. So, hey, it's Adam Hebb. Welcome, Adam. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. We have a full room already. Well, we don't have a full room, but we have more people than we usually do at start. There were people that actually were here early, so it looks like you guys have missed me. So Chinese New Year, yeah, that's true. Lunar New Year. That's usually, I want to say that's like in the first week in February or so. I have to check. I might fluctuate because it goes by phases of the moon, so I don't know that it happens at the same time every year. But yes, Chinese New Year is coming up as well. Or I don't know if it's just the Chinese that celebrate that. It might be like an Asian thing, like other Asian countries celebrate that as well. But you're absolutely correct, Eli. Chinese New Year's is coming up. We should do a Chinese New Year's episode, I think. All right, so we'll wait. Janice is not here yet. I don't understand that. Janice is always here. She's omnipresent. I always miss you too, Julie. So Julie in the room. There's Janice. Welcome, Janice. Now it's a party. Now we can start. Doodle is wanting some attention here. Well, we'll give him some attention, but he still hasn't eaten his food. I should bring your food in here. That's what I should do, because you're not eating your food. You want snacks. You don't care about your adoring public out here that tune in just to see you. They don't tune in to see me. They tune in to see you every week. You don't care about them. You just care about your snacks. Or my snacks. Well, come here. Come here. It's Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, everybody. Yep. All right, Doodle, what do you think? Huh? I don't have snacks for you. I can't give you any of this. It's all spicy stuff, and I don't know if you can have it, so I can't give you any of that. So I just have your snacks. So we will bring you back up to enjoy people a little bit later. I think he had a good. He's sitting there doing his little thing again. It's adorable. I may die of adorableness. Jared Tierno. I'll get that. Jared Tierno has snuck into the room. Welcome, Jared. Good to see you again. Doodle deserves all the snacks. Well, he does, Adam, but if I give him all the snacks, he's going to get mighty sick, because there's probably stuff in here that he should not have. I would think the Buffalo Ranch stuff is not good. Any of the stuff that has garlic or onions in it is not good. You can't have beer, but so we'll see. I only know because my favorite pho place is closed December through Chinese Asian New Year. Wow, they closed that long? That's a long time to be closed. It's amazing that they stay open being closed that long. So that's like, what is it, like 2 months, right? It's like 2 months. So wow. Yeah, I hadn't had good pho in a long time. I need to get to pho. I think one of my favorite places for pho, and not just because of the name, was Pho, P-H-O, Pho, King, Good in Beaverton, Oregon. So that was one of my favorite pho places. Julie can speak to that. Julie's actually been to Pho, King, Good. So again, just a kind of reminder that we are not a family channel, but we are a family-friendly channel. So just trying to, that's their name. So I'm just going to throw out there the way it is. So last week we did a poll, and everybody voted by popular demand, by a simple majority. We are going to keep the trivia cards. So the trivia cards are back. We will be doing the trivia cards continuously. So if you don't have to participate, just in case people weren't there when I originally stated the rules. Basically, we asked a question, If you think you know it, just throw it out there. If you're not sure, but you want to take a guess, throw it out there. And if you don't know and you want to look it up and throw it out there. Or if you want to put something that's completely different and wrong and everything, but you think is funny, throw that out there too. So we have a point system, but we don't keep track of it. So we don't even know how many points people have. We do have like prizes that you can redeem, like green stamps for points. But we don't know how many those are either, or even what the prizes are. So apparently Tom, old guy in Colorado, is still trying to get his canoe. And I don't know how far off he is from getting his canoe. Tom, I don't know if you're keeping track either, but Tom is still trying to get his canoe. So expect a lot of the answers to the questions to become quat, which is always the correct answer. And hopefully Tom will get to a point pretty quickly where he'll be able to get his canoe. That place is always packed, huge quality, good bowls for cheap. Only downside is service isn't great, but it's worth it. What's the name of the place, Eli? We'll have to check it out. Dad go excited. Oh yeah, that he popped his tire pulling in. Well, it wasn't that I got excited going there and I popped the tire like I got out of the car and put a knife in the tire. What happened was the driveway going in, the curb was low, so it was really hard to see the curb. And instead of going up the driveway, I went up the curb instead, and the tire immediately went flat, and we had to wait for the tow truck AAA to come in, fix the tire, or whatever it is that they did, which they did. So that was a lot of fun, and but we ended up eating there anyways, and it was fun. So I was driving, yelling, "Use your blinker!" So couldn't respond. Also, the air hurts my face today. Why does the air hurt your face today? Just because it's very, very cold? Fun. I'll have to check that out, Eli. I will definitely check that out. All right, so we have 5 snacks today and 2 beverages, which is pretty typical. Sometimes we have 4 snacks. Sometimes we have 6 snacks. Sometimes we have a cavalcade of snacks. There's nothing specific about it. Let's go ahead and start reviewing them, and then we will dig into them. So I'll do them kind of in the order that I think we're going to do them. So the first one is this. This is our non-alcoholic beverage, and the company is called Lotte. I think it's Lotte. I think that's how it's pronounced. It is an Asian company, but let's see, I didn't get that. There we go. Lotte, and I think it's pronounced Milkis. Milkis. I'm not actually sure. It is refreshing milk and yogurt flavor, original carbonated drink. The ingredients are filtered water, cane sugar, carbon dioxide. The way they make their carbon dioxide is just, I don't know, there's something special about it. Powdered skim milk, citric acid, yogurt flavor, phosphoric acid, soybean polysaccharide. I don't know what that is. That's weird. Contains milk and soybean. It doesn't say anything about soybean on the label. And it is produced by Lotte Chilsung Beverage Company and distributed by Lotte International in Los Angeles, California. They are located. Where are they located? They are located in South Korea. They're a South Korean company. I'm not sure what city, but that's okay. Hey, Miguel Rangel in the room. Welcome, Miguel. I'm confident Tom will one day have enough stamps for his SS Kumquat. Yes, that will be the name of the canoe. You could name it whatever you want after you get it. 20 degrees, snow, ice on the ground, typical New England winter. Yeah, but I can remember New England winters where it was just cold and sometimes even rainy and just like no snow at all. So it's always nice when it snows out, I think. Was there somebody behind you? Not that I know of. Unless there's ghosts in here. I don't think so. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so that is going to be our first one, which is our non-alcoholic beverage. Let's see. Let's go with the mild stuff and work our way up. So this cute little package here. This is the company is Kasugai, and it is Lychee Gummy Candy. Kasugai Lychee Gummy Candy, our gummy candy, which has the flavor and texture of the original fruit. This is a product of Japan. It is gluten-free. It is juicy and delicious. Satisfying and delicious, and it is a product of Japan. So I think that'll be the first one we try. Hey, John King is in the room. Now it's a party. Of course, I say that when everybody comes in the room. High 60s here, time for the snow jacket. Yeah, I think it's in the high 60s here today, too. Over the next week or so, 60s, 70s, which is nice. I don't mind that at all. Okay, let's see. Number 2. Let's do these. Yeah, number 2. These are Yopokki snack, cheese flavored Yopokki snack. And there's no. Now I was looking this up, and I saw that there was a preparation method that you had to actually cook these. I don't know if you have to cook these or not. Maybe it's a different one that you have to cook. Maybe not. But this is supposedly just a crunchy snack, a crunchy cheese flavored snack. Now the thing about Yopokki is, Yopokki is the brand name. It is Tteokbokki. Tteokbokki is the snack, and it's a chewy rice cake from Korea. So these are made in Seoul, South Korea. So I think we're going to gravitate towards those. Oh, that could be Mrs. Trippy food. It could very well be Mrs. Trippy food back there. She is getting ready to go out, so we could see her passing by. Maybe, maybe not. It is 15 degrees here. Oh, that's right. You're up in the Great White North, John. That's the drawback is that in the winter it gets pretty cold up there. So bundle up and stay warm. Okay, let's see. Next, let's do these because I have a feeling they're not going to be crazy hot. The company is Rhythm. It is Rhythm what? It's Rhythm something. Rhythm Superfoods. Rhythm Superfoods, and these are organic cauliflower bites, Buffalo Ranch. Now it doesn't taste like I mean, it doesn't sound like cauliflower, like fresh cauliflower, and it doesn't sound like cooked cauliflower. It sounds like dried or somehow cooked or baked cauliflower. Let's see. Buffalo packs a 1-2 punch of bold heat and zingy flavor without a drop of dairy. I wasn't asking about dairy, but that's okay. It doesn't say how it's made. Ingredients are cauliflower. That's the first ingredient. That's always a good sign. Sunflower oil, maltodextrin, spices, sea salt, raw cane sugar, onion powder. They always put sugar in these things. Onion powder, garlic powder, yeast extract, white distilled vinegar, tomato powder, lactic acid, citric acid, natural flavor, sunflower oil, distributed by Rhythm Superfoods, Austin, Texas. And I happen to know that they grow their own. I don't know if they do other things besides cauliflower, but if you go to their website, they show their fields where all their vegetables are growing and everything. So it's the same company that grows the vegetables actually makes the product. So that's kind of nice. I am by the fireplace right now. Very nice. John, guess what you're drinking? I beat you to it. Let's see. Then we'll move on to these. They say they're hot. I don't think they are. That's why we're moving to these next. These are, let's see. These are Spudsy. Spudsy is the brand. Spudsy sweet potato fries, and it says hot fry. There's a sweet potato that's on fire with a big smile on his face. Answer me this: why, if you were a baked potato, if you were a sweet potato, and you were on fire, and people were going to eat you, would you be smiling? I just don't get this. I don't get this whatsoever. These are vegan. They're gluten-free, and they are GMO-free. And they are they're manufactured in Costa Mesa, California by Spudsy Foods. Ingredients, let's see. It says potato starch, sweet potato flour. So I wonder if it's other potatoes as well, like regular potatoes. Sunflower oil, potato flakes, potato granules, tapioca, maltodextrin, paprika, salt, tomato powder, onion powder, garlic powder. And it sounds like every one of these have almost the same ingredients. Citric acid, natural flavor, lactic acid, paprika, extract, annatto. Now, what this company does is this company utilizes ugly food or upcycles ugly food. So basically, the food that they can't sell at the market just because it doesn't look good. You pull a sweet potato out of the ground and it looks like some mutated creature slug thing, and they can't sell it in the market. So that would normally go to waste. So a company like Spudsy buys those cheaper, and then manufactures it into something that looks and tastes good. So that's what these are. Well, I can't vouch for the taste good part until we actually get into it, but we will see. By the way, how is the audio and video? Everything okay? Everything matching up? Audio's not too loud. Everything's good? Let me know. I can't type with these cold hands. Well, Julie, if you're in the car though, I think. Oh, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can do like you could speak the text in there. I know that works with like what do you call it? Like if you're on your phone, you're sending a text message. That will work. You can talk, and it'll write down. I don't know if you can. That works with this. So don't try not to type if you don't have to. Drinking hot cider, good for you, John. A little bit of butter, a little bit of cinnamon, maybe a splash of rum. Sounds really nice. Ultimate episode would be you and Matt in Asia eating bugs. That would be awesome. I can't imagine if I went to Asia with Matt, we would be there for like 2-3 weeks. Like Asia would be like our candy store. I mean, honestly, seriously. Matt's not big on bugs, but I would enjoy them, but that's okay. The V word. I used the V word. What was the V word? I missed that. I said it and I don't remember it now. Maybe people like the smile more than a screaming potato being fried alive. Oh, the V word, vegan. Yes. There's a lot of things that are just by nature vegan, but they don't. But now everything specifies vegan, even if its intent is not that it's vegan. So I guess it just lets vegans know that it's safe for them to eat. Maybe people like the smile. I guess so, but really it is like Tom. Maybe you can vouch for this. Sometimes you go to a restaurant or see a product, right? And it's some meat product, and they show the farm animals that goes into the product, whether it's a cow for beef or chicken or whatever it happens to be, a turkey and everything. And they're always showing that, or a pig, and they're always showing them with a big smile on their face, and they're going to get eaten. I don't get it. There's a French poster for and I can't remember the product exactly, but it is for some sort of pork. And there's a pig with a big smile in his hand, and he has a knife about this big, and he's cutting himself into slices. And he's got the big smile on his face while he is cutting himself into slices. Just blows my mind, bogs my imagination. I don't get it, but it is. Why would Charlie Tuna want to be caught? Because he thinks they're looking for tunas with great taste, not tunas that taste good. Charlie the tuna probably doesn't taste good at all, and that's why Starkiss doesn't want him. So that's my guess. Audio and video arcade. Thank you, Janice. People want to think the animals are happy to be eaten. I guess I wouldn't make that assumption, but to each his own. All right, moving on. These are Seapoint Farms. We did another Seapoint Farms product a few weeks ago. I can't remember which one it was. But the thing about Seapoint Farms is their products are featured at Trader Joe's. But it's one of the few products that's at Trader Joe's that isn't actually a Trader Joe's product. It's a separate company. But these are Seapoint Farms dry roasted edamame and their wasabi flavored dry roasted edamame. So we got a lot of snacky snacks today. I think, did I cover these? Yeah, I covered these first. And then last but not least is our adult beverage. And our adult beverage today is, this is from Campanology Brewing Company. And this is chocolate Babka pastry stout. Stout brewed with cacao nibs. Rich stout brewed with cacao nibs and cacao. This beer is a dessert in a bottle. Pour over vanilla ice cream or pair with sliced babka. How about if we just drink it out of the glass? Let's see. It is, what is the ABV on this? It is 10% alcohol by volume, and it is from Campanology Brewing Company in Wanaki, Wisconsin. Now, they are the brewers for Trader Joe's. So you'll find their products at Trader Joe's, but it's a separate company, but they brew their beverages for Trader Joe's. I think we've done some stuff from Campanology before. But anyways, we're going to try the chocolate babka stout. Now, question is, some of you may be asking yourself, and I don't know, you'll have to vouch for me if I get this correct and you are asking this question, what is babka? Babka is a sweet breaded cake or bread originating in Poland and the Ukraine. It's prepared with yeast leavened dough that is rolled out and spread with chocolate, cinnamon, fruit, or cheese filling, then rolled up and braided before baking. And any decent Jewish deli is going to have babka. Probably have babka. So some of you have had babka. Some of you have not had babka. I have had babka. I think the last place I had it was at Miller's Old Style Deli in San Francisco, I think is where I had babka last time. But we're going to try the babka flavored beer, ale, stout, and see how it tastes. It should be fine. And again, plain black cap, plain black bottle cap. So since I'm not concerned about saving the bottle cap, Yes, everybody, it is Ariel. Welcome, Ariel, back. All right, so we are going to use Ariel today because she puts a hole in the bottle cap, but we don't care today. Chunk Davis is in the room. Welcome. Hey, Doodle. How you doing? Doodle is back again. Doodle will continue to be back again. Chunk Davis, a.k.a. American Hothead. How are you, Chunk Davis, American Hothead? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to our live stream. Is that beer or wine? That is Miguel. Welcome, Miguel. That is Stout. So Stout is a beer, is a stout beer, and it is chocolate babka flavored. I suppose. I don't see that they put a lot of ingredients in there. I would assume if it's babka, it probably has stuff like maybe fruit. It has cacao nibs, so it's going to have that chocolate flavor. But as far as whatever other flavors they would put in there, I honestly don't know. But we're going to try it, and we're going to see. And Peter Griffin has entered the room. Welcome, Peter. Always good to see you. So I guess we can just go ahead and get Doodle. Calm down. Calm down. It's okay. You want to come up? Come on up. Come on up. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Or you just want a snack. All right. Well, we can do that too. There you go. That's it. For the want of a snack, and he's done. Okay, so we might as well get started. I think we said we were going to start with the Yopokki snack, the cheese snack. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, some of these, when I was looking at it online, it says that some of these need to be cooked. This one doesn't look like it needs to be cooked. It looks like it's already prepared, already has the cheese on it. But they do make some of these that are somewhat instant that you have to boil and then put the cheese sauce on and everything. This one's all inclusive. It's ready to go. And so we're going to go. But first, a question. Almost had me there. Okay, so the question is, what Coca-Cola product introduced in 1993 did so poorly that it was discontinued in 1995? Again, the question, what Coca-Cola product introduced in 1993 did so poorly that it was discontinued in 1995? So that goes in the soda case. Let's have a sip of water to start with. That's a good question, Eli. Tom, old guy in Colorado, are you doing a live stream today? If you're doing the live stream regular time, same bat time, same bat channel, which would be 5 p.m. Pacific time? Let us know. I'll stick to my peppermint schnapps and light beer. Together? Do you mix those together, Miguel? It sounds interesting. My least favorite protein is lamb. I like lamb. My husband's least favorite is lima beans. Interesting. So to invite you to a lamb and lima bean dinner is probably a bad idea, I think. Lamb can be a little strong, but I do love some lamb. Lamb is not as strong as its father, mutton. Mutton can be very strong, and I understand why some people don't like that. But we asked our question, and it's time to try our snack. There we go. We'll take a look at that. They remind me of something I can't, like maybe tiny baby churros. Ooh, those are tasty. So they're made with rice flour, which is cooked, but these are dry. So I don't know. I mean, like typically these are eaten cooked. Maybe these are supposed to be cooked. I don't see why, because they're relatively easy to eat. So it's sort of like a pasta before you cook it. You ever eat raw pasta? I don't mean raw pasta, dry pasta. Have you ever eaten dry pasta? And you'll break a tooth eating that. So I thought that this was similar. No, apparently not. These are really tasty. Now, it's supposed to be cheese. It is spicy. They don't specify that it's spicy. I don't say anything about spicy. Well, I take that back. Very, very tiny is like a picture of a Thai chili. See if you can see that. There. You see that? That little Thai chili in there? Thai chili and cheese. So the label just says cheese. It doesn't say chili, but it does have chili in it. Oh, really good. That's a nice snack. I like that. It's going to get a thumbs up from me. All right, what did I miss over here? There is a live stream tonight, but I won't be there. Judge Cooter will be holding people's food. Okay. So Be sure to check out Old Guy in Colorado as the channel, their live stream tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Instead of Tom, they will have Judge Cooter presiding, the Honorable Judge Cooter presiding. I hate to taste the liver to filter organ for me. It depends on the liver. I mean, it honestly does. Like if you go to the grocery store and you buy liver, it's been frozen, it just has that kind of texture that's really not good. But I have had like, fresh beef liver. It's kind of grilled like a steak. It was absolutely delicious. But yeah, filter organs are like that, Jules. They they can be very off-putting. I mean, which is why they ended up in a category all by themselves. You go back about 50 years or so, that stuff they were either throwing away or they were selling to pennies on the dollar. You could probably go in and buy like, hey, can I get 80 pounds of kidneys? Yeah, that'll be 10 cents. Because it was a flavor thing. Those kinds of meats are survival foods. So basically, at times when times were lean, or if let's say you only had one cow and that cow had to last you like a whole season and a half, months, you had to live off the cow. You're going to eat every single part of that cow, or pig, or sheep, or whatever it happens to be. So once you slaughter that animal, you're going to eat every single part of that, and the organs are included in that. But it's only been since maybe the 1990s or so that those types of organ meats, the offals that they call them, have been escalated into higher level status, and some of them are actually more pricier than your just regular beef now. So Cletus report. Well, I think it's Cletus Cooter, right? If I'm not mistaken. No, not that Cooter, Julie. It's hard to say Cletus is a wild man. It's hard. Being out in the wilderness, maybe that kind of wild man. Maybe that's it. So, anyways, thumbs up on the what did I call that? Yopokki snack, cheese flavored snack. And let's go back and revisit our question. Our question was, what Coca-Cola product introduced in 1993 did so poorly that it was discontinued in 1995? And the guesses were there guesses? There were guesses. I don't see any of the guesses. Maybe there were no guesses. That's okay. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, Janice Yamanaka says, okay, soda. Miguel Rangel said, New Coke. I think that's it. And forgive me if I missed you. I think that might be it. The correct answer is, in fact, okay, soda. Okay, soda just lasted. It was, I guess people just looked at it and go, it's okay. And it didn't last very long. Janice, maybe you can do some research for me since you got that correct. New Coke. How long did New Coke stay on the market? I think the problem was when it came out in New Coke, and everybody goes, "What's wrong with the old Coke?" And people were against Orbits. Orbits, I don't think was the same year, and I'm not sure if that was a Coca-Cola product. Julie, can you look that up? Orbits, when that debuted and when it was shelved. And Janice, if you could do what was the other one I was asking about? New Coke. You gotta check out New Coke. I barely remember Orbit soda. That probably hasn't been around that long. Was that a Coca-Cola product, Julie? The New Coke tasted like dust. I don't remember. I'm sure, because I remember when New Coke came out. I probably tasted it, but I just don't remember it. All right. So time for another snack, and I think we said we were going to do the. Oh, you know what? We were supposed to start with the Lychee Candy, so we're going to do Lychee. This is again Kasugai is the company, and it is Lychee Gummy Candy. It is a product of Japan. Let's read a question. So, what meat is illegal to sell commercially in the United States and can only be consumed by those who hunt it themselves? Again, the question, what meat is illegal to sell commercially in the United States and can only be consumed by those who hunt it themselves? So that's going to go on the rack here to dry. In the meantime, let's open our snack. Class, Mr. Spicoli has brought us a snack. All right. was it just juice? So Julie, correct me if I'm wrong, but it had like little not like boba, but little some sort of ball things in it, like little ball things floating around there, like little gelatin balls or something. Ooh, lost that one. It's almost like the consistency of mochi. No, it's the consistency of a jujube. Like it's gonna get stuck in my teeth. The rare kumquatius bird. The only bird in the wild that eats kumquats. It does taste like lychee. And if you've ever had fresh lychee, before it's made into like candy or, put in something else, it has that kind of, I don't want to say gelatinous, but it's like, it's really, fruity and it has a little bit of chewiness to it and everything. This is pretty close to it. I like, why not just have like lychee? Just put lychees in there, but that's okay. Actually, I'm looking at the ingredients. Lychee isn't the top ingredient. Glucose syrup, sweet potato, sugar, concentrated apple juice, citric acid, pectin and natural and artificial flavors, concentrated lychee juice. There it is. Potato starch, emulsifiers, esters of fatty acid, enzyme modified lecithin, carnauba wax, contains tree nut, lychee. Lychees grow on trees? For some reason, I thought lychees grew in the water, like they were harvested in the water, like cranberries, that kind of thing. This goes to show what I know. Product of Japan. Interesting. It has a nice flavor. It definitely doesn't taste like straight lychee. And the citric acid, you can taste the citric acid in there, or maybe it's tartness from the apple juice, or a combination thereof. Either way, it's a nice little candy. It's close to eating a lychee and everything. It's kind of refreshing. Thumbs up. Who knew? It is chewy though, and you will get this stuck in your teeth if you're not careful. New Coke, 1985 to 2002. I didn't realize it lasted that long. They brought out Classic Coke 77 days after New Coke came up. Yeah, I guess by popular demand. Okay, so the question was, what meat is it illegal to sell commercially in the United States and can only be consumed by those who hunt it themselves? So there were a lot of guesses on this one. Chunk Davis said lung. I think you're probably talking about sheep's lung, because in the United States you cannot have sheep's lung in if you're making a haggis. Haggis in Scotland has sheep's lung in it, which they call lights, and it is illegal to sell haggis in the United States that has sheep's lung in it. Julie says deer. Oh, a deer, a female deer. Chunk Davis says sandhill crane. I didn't know that you could eat sandhill crane. Maybe. Tom, old guy in Colorado, said the rare kumquatius bird. Miguel Rangel said horse meat. Let's see. Clearly Canadian is available in the store on the corner. The corner store in the North End? Janice Yamanaka said whale. So actually, technically, a lot of you are correct. As far as deer goes, no, that's not really the case, Jules, because you can actually buy venison in a market. Even Ralph's, which is our Kroger market, occasionally has venison there, so you can get venison in the market. So that would not be the case. Lung is also not the case because it is not intended to be consumed by people. You don't hunt a sheep. Although you're correct, that is not allowed in haggis in the United States. I suppose if you make it yourself and you put lung in it, and the FDA doesn't know about it, what they don't know won't hurt them. I don't know that anybody eats sandhill crane. It's a great guess, but I'm not sure that anybody eats it. The rare kumquatius bird, of course, is correct. It's always correct. Horse meat varies. For a while, horse meat was was a banned food, but you could not even eat it yourself. So it was illegal to even eat it yourself. But that's, I think it's about 2009 or so. That's not the case. That varies from state to state. It is still illegal in California to eat horse, but other states it's fine. You can eat it. What was happening was a lot of places were processing horse. They were slaughtering the horses, and then they were shipping it to Canada or Europe. And so I think that some states go, hey, we're losing some revenue here, so let's keep it in the state, and they did. So horse is kind of an iffy thing. In some states that's the case, and in some states you can't. Oh, excuse me. You can't even eat your own horse in some states. So that's kind of iffy. Whale genus is, I think that is valid. I think in Alaska, in some places in Alaska, certain Native American tribes are allowed to hunt whale, like I think for a week or so, once a year. They're allowed to hunt whale, and they're allowed to consume that whale. They're not allowed to sell that whale. So I think whale would be accurate. But what I was looking for that nobody mentioned was moose. So moose is if you have a hunting license, usually it's like a lottery system, and if you get the license via the lottery, you are allowed one moose per lifetime. So you can hunt one moose per lifetime. But really, honestly, that meat will last you a lifetime. There's a lot of meat in there, but it's illegal to sell commercially. You have to hunt the moose yourself. So moose was the answer I was looking for, but since a lot of those are technically correct, and a lot of those are somewhat correct, and a lot of those are just great answers, I'm going to give everybody 200 points. So 200 points for everybody. Tom, I hope this puts a notch in your quest for the canoe. I hope this gets you there. How long would Matt last? I think it was based on what? I've been standing at Michael's for 15 minutes. Michael's the craft store, Michael? How long would you and Matt blindfolded bug taste test and guess the bug? No, I think Matt would refuse to do it. He eats bugs on his live streams, but he does it because people have, they like, we're going to donate X number of dollars, and to do that, you have to eat a bug. So he eats crickets, scorpions, and stuff like that. He doesn't like it. So, but he's eaten enough of them. He might be able to actually taste test that bug. But and I've eaten enough bugs that I could probably guess it right as well. But we'll see. It would be a fun idea. But yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not gonna say no to that. That sounds like an interesting idea. It was called Coke 2. What was called Coke 2? Classic Coke? The Coke 2? Janice, you were answering Chunk Davis. Oh, where on earth was New Coke available until 2002? Oh, so it came out. They called it New Coke at first, and then they just called it Coke 2 afterwards. Yeah, kind of dumb from a marketing standpoint. Justin Reeves is in the room. Welcome back, Justin. Always good to see you. Glad you can make it. All right, so time to do another snack. We will do our Buffalo Ranch cauliflower bites. So let's ask another question. When hunting in Texas, and this probably goes for Arizona and New Mexico too, because I think that they're native to there as well. But when hunting in Texas, how can you tell the difference between a feral hog and a javelina or a peccary? So there's an animal, a wild animal called a peccary or a javelina, and it is a member of the pig family. How can you tell the difference between a feral hog and a javelina or a peccary? So that's the question. That goes over here. Doodle wants to come up. Do you want to come up, Doodle? Or do you just want another snack? You got to eat your food. If I go in the kitchen and I find out you're not eating your food, we're going to have a talk. One more snack, and then that's it for a while, okay? I know that's why you're in here. You're probably hungry because you haven't eaten your food. That's it. Just one tiny little piece. That's what you get. All right. Doodle will be back later, I'm sure. I love those questions. All right. So we are going to do our Rhythm Superfoods Organic Cauliflower Bites Buffalo Ranch. Sound really light. I think, are these vegan? Let's see. Certified gluten-free, non-GMO, dairy-free. Doesn't say vegan though. Not that it matters to me. Made in Mexico. That's interesting. Because Rhythm Superfoods is in Austin, Texas, but it's made in Mexico. So I don't see anything, unless they consider yeast an animal. I don't see anything in here that would make it not vegan. But oh wait, there's a little vegan thing there. It is vegan. Okay. Again, not that I care, but if you're vegan, you care because you know you can eat these now. What is this nonsense? It's like I ripped the top off, but it's still sealed. Good thing I have scissors. What are your guys' go-to theater movie snacks? Mine is sneaking in trail mix. That's my go-to because movie snacks are so stupidly expensive, you know? And so, like I said, I usually sneak in a bag of trail mix. Ooh, that has a nice smell to it. You can smell the vinegar. They almost look like chicharron. And that is definitely a cauliflower. Here, let's do this. It's so hard. Here we go. Maybe that. There we go. Let's give this a shot. Ooh, that's crunchy. I never thought I would have a crunchy cauliflower. That is crunchy. Julie, do you like the movie popcorn though, or is that like you just like to make popcorn with a little bit of salt while you're watching a movie? As far as going to the movies, like movie theater, do you like movie theater popcorn? I don't like that greasy, buttery stuff that they put on it. Sugar babies and red vines. There you go. I like to, if once in a while, I like to try to find the loudest snack I can so that I'm sitting behind somebody going. So with somebody, I can't remember. I think it was like Roger Ebert when they were asking him, like, what drives you nuts the most, that people would bring in as a snack to the movies, and he said, what drives him nuts is not, or what did drive him nuts when he was alive, wasn't so much the snack itself, was that people would be like trying to open the bag slowly so they wouldn't make a lot of noise, but in fact would make more noise because the thing would be going while they were trying to open it slowly. He says, just open the bag. Just make the noise, open the bag, be done with it, right? Would drive people nuts. So, hey, Dan Portnier is in the room. Welcome, Dan. Who else snuck in while I was busy talking? Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I don't like to miss people. You know what's funny is that these are dry and crunchy. But the longer they stay in your mouth, they kind of reconstitute. And then they have that typical, cauliflower taste and texture. Yeah, they definitely do that. So, again, sitting in your mouth, they reconstitute. You definitely get that. That's why I'm thinking it's like they're air dried or something along those lines. They do have a little kick. But the funny thing is, to me, it doesn't taste like Buffalo Ranch. I get the ranch part a little bit, but the buffalo, not so much. And they're spicy, but it's not, like I said, it's not like a buffalo, like a wing spicy. Let's see, do they say what kind of pepper they use? They do not. Just says spicy, generic spices, that's it. I like these. Now, if I'm thinking to myself, does this taste like like buffalo wing sauce, dipped in ranch, but just on a cauliflower? No, it doesn't. But usually, if that's the case, because they misrepresent themselves, that would get a thumbs in the middle. But in this particular case, they're really tasty. They're really good. It's a really, really good snack. And so it's going to get a thumbs up. So, I don't care if it matches what it says on the outside. It's just such a tasty snack that it's going to get a thumbs up. So, there we go. All right. So, the question was, when hunting in Texas, how can you tell the difference between a feral hog and a javelina or peccary? Let's see. What were the questions? The answers or the guesses. Were there any? I have to go all the way back up, I suppose. Let's see. No, that's the whale one. Oh, Tom, old guy says one looks more like a kumquat than the other. That is correct. The feral hog looks more like a kumquat than the javelina. So just remember that, Tom. That is correct. My favorite movie snack to sneak in is a Cuban sandwich. That is a difficult task, sneaking in a Cuban sandwich. Let's see. Cracker Jacks and tater chips. That's interesting too. Making it myself. If at the theater, I go butterless. Yeah, you have to, because I don't know what that grease crap is. Janice Yamanaka says, javelinas have an unnoticeable tail, a white band of hair around the shoulder, and straight canine teeth. Feral hogs have longer tails, no stripe, and have curved canine teeth. That's pretty specific, Janice. Did I say hello to Justin? I think I did. If I did not, then Justin, forgive me, please, and welcome to the live stream. Justin Reeves, everybody. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, Julie. Javelinas are small. They are smaller, but I guess it depends on the age of the feral hog that you happen to be running into. Janice, of course, has it correct. The most basic answer, if you want to whittle what Janice said down, the most basic answer is the javelina or peccaries have a white collar of fur around their neck. So you see that white collar of fur that, you see a distinct white fur line around their neck. That's how you determine a javelina or peccary from a wild feral hog. So I think you all got that correct, and in certain ways. So 10 points for everybody, and even those who didn't answer the question, you get 10 points today just because I'm feeling generous. There we go. I'm craving a grilled cheese and tomato soup. I was having this discussion the other day, Eli, with somebody where I was. They were offering me tomato soup, and I said, "Well, do you have a grilled cheese sandwich to go with that?" And they're like, "Yeah." How do you do that? How do you give somebody tomato soup without giving them a grilled cheese sandwich to go along with that tomato soup? It's un-American. That doesn't make any sense. That's an interesting question about tomato soup, though. Somebody please look this up for me and see what the origin of tomato soup is. I have to imagine it's an American thing, at least a North American thing, only because tomatoes are native to North America or Central America. I think Central America. And would not have been in Europe till the 1500s or so, maybe 1600s. So tomatoes, as far as tomato soup goes, I think it's probably going to be a North American thing or a Central American thing. So somebody please look that up for me, so that we know. I'm not going to make it into a trivia question because we already started talking about it. Are those gluten-free? Yeah, I think they are gluten-free. Yes, certified gluten-free, non-GMO verified, USDA organic, dairy-free, certified vegan, good source of fiber. That's not a certification though. Good source of vitamins, that C and K, low heat crisped. So these are low heat crisped, I guess is how they make those. Do you like tamales and menudo? Not together, but yes, I love both. I love tamales and menudo. Did we ever do? Yes, we did. Okay. So we did menudo, but we did the menudo ramen from Vita Food Group. So we did that. That's the menudo we did. We didn't actually do like regular menudo, but on Reckless Eating, when we went out to San Bernardino and Riverside, we ate at that. What was it? I want to say it was Tio's Tacos. Tio's Tacos, I think. The Mexican restaurant, and I had menudo there, and it was the first time Matt had tried menudo. So that's always fun to watch. Again, I don't know that it was on our channel. It might have been on Reckless Eating. One or the other. We went to Tio's Tacos in Riverside and had menudo. So check that out. I agree. Tomato soup goes with ham and cheese with a dill pickle slice. Well, that's Dan. Now you're stepping that up. Just that plain grilled cheese is fine, but with a ham and cheese and a dill pickle slice, yeah, you're just stepping that up a little bit. Javelinas are better to eat, from what I've been told. Actually, Chunk, you don't mind me calling you Chunk. Actually, Chunk, from what I'm told, is that they can have a very wild taste to them, and kind of like when they kill them, they have this kind of bad smell. And I don't know if that smell permeates into the meat, but the animal itself has kind of a bad smell. So, but But then again, you might have the same thing with feral hogs. Might be the same thing. I don't know. And I have not had javelinas yet, so so maybe that I should do that. I should find some way to be able to have javelina and be able to compare that to feral hog and see which one tastes better. So it's a good challenge, Chunk. I think maybe we will do that. Hey Val, hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. I did, Tybalt, and I hope you did as well. My ex's mom made a great homemade menudo. Ooh, that must take a long time to make. Because I think, well, it depends on how you make it. Like some people use a cow's foot, and people saying like, oh, gross, a cow's foot. Now basically you're just putting it in there for the flavor, to flavor it, you know, for that beef flavor. And you get, there's a little bit of meat in there that you can cook, that you can get off there, and you can eat the cartilage and everything, but there's not a lot of, you know, nutritional value in the foot itself. It just adds flavor to it. I remember I went to a menudo festival in Santa Maria, California. It was, I think there's like 15 menudo vendors, and I was asking, do you use cow's foot in your menudo? And he goes, yeah, do you like cow's foot? And I said, yeah. And he handed me this foil-wrapped cow's foot for me to eat. And it's a lot of work. Like if you've eaten pig's feet, you know what I'm talking about. It's a lot of work to get any kind of meat off those bones. But yeah, pig's foot in menudo. Yes, pig's foot. I was happy you did sardines and pretzel. No, wait. Pig? Cow's foot. Yeah. I was happy you did sardines and pretzels one time, but I missed the live stream. I was so bummed. Well, and that's the thing, is that like if you miss the live stream, it's always nice that it's recorded, so you can always go back and see it. So so if you did miss it, you can go back and rewatch it. So that was somebody, and I can't remember who it was, somebody suggested that because they did that in The Burbs. There was a scene in The Burbs where they went over to the creepy people's house and they offered them a sardine on pretzels. So that's why we did sardines and pretzels. Let's see. Do you like tripas? I do like tripas. And then the weird thing is that tripas in some places is tripe, in some places it is intestine. But either way, I still like it. Something similar to tripas in South America, in Colombia, they make this dish called chunchullo, which is like I think it's either grilled or roasted intestine. That's really, really good. Spain made gazpacho. Yeah. I had, Janice, gazpacho in what is the oldest restaurant in the world, or the oldest continuously operating restaurant in the world, which is Restaurante de Sobrino de Botín in Madrid. And I had gazpacho there. That was really, really good. Eliza Leslie published a tomato soup recipe in 1857. Joseph A. Campbell's recipe, does that sound familiar? Campbell's soup recipe for condensed tomato soup was in 1897. So kind of odd, because if you think about it, gazpacho is a tomato soup, but as far as like a hot tomato soup and everything, it sounds like that's kind of an American thing. What do you teach? Oh, see, now Dan, you're like where is Mean Metal Mike? Mean Metal Mike asks these kind of questions and everything. What are your top 5 favorite musicians so far? That is really, really tough because there are so many, and there are so many really, really good musicians. I will do this, Dan. One of the things I told Mean Metal Mike when he was on last week, I think, is that I do have a channel that was devoted to a band that I was in Boston in the up through the 1990s. And right now there's like one video on there. There's no content, but I'm going to build some content on there. And then what I plan to do is I plan to do a live stream on that channel, maybe like once a week, and we will just talk about music. So Dan, I will ask you to table that, hold that thought, and then I will let you guys know when we're going to do the music live stream on the other channel. And then that would be an excellent place to bring that one up. And that will be a great topic of discussion. We could discuss that for hours here, but we only have, what do we have? About an hour left. So there we go. It was me. It was me. So are you saying that you are Mean Metal Mike, Dan? So maybe both of you did that. I don't know. That's okay. Either way, Dan, either way, it's going to happen. So one of my, I don't know, kind of New Year's resolution, but just one of my goals for this year. Let's put it that way. My ex's mom got me out of a comfort zone with food. Lengua was hard to see cooked, but tasted great. It's delicious, absolutely delicious. It's totally unique, Tybalt. It's one of my favorites. In Colombia, they make it with this salsa criolla, which is like butter and onion, and I can't remember what else they put in it. And it's this kind of the yellow sauce, and they kind of saute it in there. Oh my God, it's so good. Now I want some. Janice has awesome food reviews from the Naughty Amusement Park. Yes, she does, Dan. She does. She is extremely prolific with food reviews, so she does a lot of them. Sometimes she's just at Knott's, but she's eating food from elsewhere. But yeah, she does do a lot of the stuff that they actually have at Knott's as well. Do you like barbacoa? Love barbacoa. Have not had like good barbacoa in a while. Barbacoa was bigger in Texas. It seemed like in Texas and the Mexican markets, you could find barbacoa a lot easier than you can find it in the Los Angeles Mexican markets and everything. But I do like barbacoa. Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, barbacoa is the meat that's pulled off the cow's head. They roast the whole cow's head. I think in the ground. Typically do it in the ground, and then they pull the meat off it, and that's typically what barbacoa is. Barbacoa is also the precursor for barbecue, or the word that they get from barbecue. It was me who requested the sardines and pretzels. Right, okay. Yes, Dan, so it's out there. It's out there for you to watch, so go ahead and check that out. Beef cheeks, yeah. Well, again, the meat off a pig's head. I mean, cow's head, I'm sorry, cow's head. You can, I know that like if you go to, here in Southern California, if you go to the Alameda Swap Meet in, what city is that in? But the Alameda Swap Meet here, there's like a food court area, and like there's one stall where there's just a roasted cow's head there, and they just cut meat off that roasted cow's head for you and everything. Absolutely delicious. I mean, like if you're a squeamish person and you can't, you keep visualizing the cow's head that they're cutting the meat off of anything, but the meat is delicious. The closest we have to that, I think, go back and look at, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, I'm sure, kalapucha, I think is how it's pronounced. And it is an Armenian dish. It is basically a sheep's head and their and legs. We did it with a llama's head, but it was an actual Trippy food episode. So check that out and kind of give you an idea of what like that. From what I've experienced, especially with lechon, like a whole roasted pig, is that most of the most delicious meat off that pig comes from the pig's face. So I think that's going to be pretty consistent with most animals, as far as I know. Lengua is like a delicious roast. Yeah, it's very meaty, but it's not. But and it's almost the same texture as an organ meat, but it doesn't have that kind of earthy organ meat flavor. So it is really good. Dad, did you try Bang drinks while you were here? I love them. I think they have Bang drinks out here. I have not tried them. I've seen them, but I've not tried them. So I'm going to try that. Which one do you particularly like? I will try those. Maybe we'll get one for next week's show. I also just wiped down to the gas station, so I'll be living under a rock now. We didn't see it. You didn't even have to tell us about it, but that's okay. All right, so let's see. We did gummy candy. We did our cauliflower bites. We got an hour left. We're good. I think we're good. Let's see. We ate 1, 2, 3 snacks. We got 2 left. Let's go ahead and open up our non-alcoholic beverage, which is our Lotte Milkis milk ice. And apparently it doesn't give you wings, but it does give you an umbrella. So let's go ahead and give that a try. And I would shake this up, but it's carbonated. That would be fun for you to watch, but not much left to drink. So, Janice, it is in Los Angeles, but it's in a section, starts with a V. Vernon, California. I don't know if Vernon is a separate city or a neighborhood. Janice, can you look that up, Vernon? That's odd looking. It looks like somebody mixed Sprite with milk. Ooh, it smells nice. What else is in here? Cane sugar, carbon dioxide, powdered skim milk, citric acid, yogurt flavor, phosphoric acid, soybean polysaccharide. It smells kind of fruity. I'm not sure why. It does. It smells fruity. Wow. That's a unique flavor. I taste the yogurt. I definitely taste the yogurt, but it's not like a fermented yogurt. It's not like a dough, I think is what it's called, which is a Persian drink made with fermented yogurt. This isn't fermented. It's just like straight ahead yogurt. Yeah, Julie, but this actually is fizzy. It's hard to tell from there because it's hard to see through, but it actually is fizzy. I'm going to Portland soon and really want to go to a nice restaurant. Any suggestions? Well, I mean, Tybalt, it depends on whether you mean you want to go to a nice sit-down restaurant. If that's what you mean, I could recommend some place. Okay, if you want to go to a nice place, it's a sit-down restaurant that's really nice, but also has history. Go to the oldest restaurant in Portland, which is Huber's, and Huber's specialty is turkey dinner. So you can go in there 362 days a year, because I don't think they're open 365, but 362 days a year, and get yourself a Thanksgiving dinner, like turkey dinner. So do that. That's my recommendation to you. Nice place, very, very old, oldest restaurant in Portland. Nice table service, tablecloth, and everything, and a unique dinner. Is you're gonna have a Thanksgiving dinner any time of the year. So I would do that, Tybalt. Huber's in Portland, and I believe we have a Trippy Food episode from Huber's in Portland. So check that out, and then you can kind of get an idea if that's something that you would like to try. And I have some other suggestions for you as well. If you're not looking for something as fancy, I have some other suggestions for you. I would have suggested Le Bistro. What is it? Le Bistro Montage, but they've closed. They're not fancy. They're actually kind of funky, but they closed the restaurant. Now they just have a food cart. So I can't recommend that to you. Looks like the fluid that came out of the Android from. Yes, it does. Out of Ash, that Android. It does look like the milk that came out of him, like when they cut his head off, or Bishop when he was doing the thing with the knife and he started bleeding, and it was like that. This looked like the fluid that came out of him. You're absolutely right, Dan. That is pretty damn tasty. All right, Val, I can't stay warm here. Dang it. Well, here's the thing, John, about that. When it's cold, you can always put on more clothes, but when it's hot, you can only take off so much. So, and it's not a year-round thing and everything. So, it's something. If you've never experienced a real winter, it takes some getting used to. I grew up in New England, so I'm used to winters and everything, and I like the cold, but it takes some getting used to if you're not used to that. It occurs to me that I did not ask a question before we started drinking this. Oh well. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I really like it. It's sweet. It's almost a little bit fruity. You can definitely taste the yogurt and everything. It's a nice drink. It's a very sweet drink, so I would not drink a lot of it. But there you go. So yeah, thumbs up. This made my day. I never get on, and I'm sitting with a newly 3-month-year-old boy, Alex, and I have nothing to do but your live stream. Well, everybody say hello to Alex, the 3-month-old. Hello, Alex. I hope you enjoyed the show, and glad you and your dad could make it. So there we go. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Thanks, Chuck. Wish it wasn't as busy, clumsy, and used to it. Okay, passed out. Oh, Chunk, not Chuck. He's passed out my arms, and I'm stuck in a rocking chair. That's the first time well, maybe not. I was going to say it's the first time I put somebody to sleep. That might not be true. Vernon is 5 miles south of downtown Los Angeles, population 200, and it is an incorporated city. Yeah, but that's where the Alameda swap meet is, Janice. So they may say Los Angeles because it's in the Los Angeles area, but it's actually in Vernon. It is snowing hard here. Oh wow! You're getting snow on top of snow, Tom. Is that right? Well, how much are they expecting? Do you know? Hi, everyone's saying hi, Alex. So Alex snuck into the room, and I did not see him. Where is he? Alex. Everybody's saying hi, Alex. Why do I not see Alex? He's there somewhere. I'm missing. Oh, hi, Alex. Hey, Alex. Everybody's saying hello to Alex. Why am I not seeing Alex? Oh, because I'm on top chat. My apologies. I've been on top chat this whole time. I'm going to switch to live chat. That's why I didn't see Alex come into the room. Oh, Alex is a 3-month-old. That's right. I told everybody to say hi to Alex. Never mind. It's okay. But still, I was on Top Chat and not live chat. And so I apologize. If I missed anything, please let me know, because I had the stupid thing on. No, it's not this. That's not the stupid thing. This is the stupid thing. They had it on Top Chat and not live chat. So there we go. We got a ton of snow in Oregon. First white Christmas ever. Your first white Christmas ever, not first white Christmas in Oregon, because when I lived there for 4 years, I can remember one particular one where we had snow at Christmas time. Okay, there we go. So now let's go on to another snack. I'm going to do these next. It says hot fry, but I just have doubts about that. So these are the Spudsy sweet potato fries, hot fries. And again, they take ugly sweet potatoes, and they turn them into something, I'm not going to say beautiful. Spudsy sweet potato fries with the burning to death sweet potato on the outside. I'm going to open it this way. Ooh, those are weird. I was expecting them to look like French fries, but they're hollow. Look at that. I'm wondering if they kind of chop them up and they push them through a machine. That's what it looks like. Everyone's the identical size. I don't know that they actually like cut the potatoes like that. I think it looks like they chop them up and then they put them through a machine. That's what it looks like. Oh, question. Thanks for reminding me. All right. Whose commercial jingle? This is a product. Whose commercial jingle started with "How would you like a good swift kick"? Again, whose commercial jingle started with "How would you like a good swift kick"? All right. So that goes over there on top of the television. And let's eat one of these. Ooh, crunchy. We got 15 inches of snow along the shores of Lake Erie yesterday. More to come Monday. Now, Dan, that is what you would consider lake effect snow. Hey, PPV Fire God has entered the room. Welcome, PPV Fire God. Welcome, and good to see you again. Dan, is that lake effect snow? Is that what they call that, lake effect snow? No, they just grow that way, just like fish sticks. Especially ground sweet potatoes that grow like this. That would be funny. Time for the home, Dad. Yep, that's your responsibility. You're the one that's supposed to see the signs. Hey guys, did I miss much? About half. That's okay. So you can watch the rest of it, and then afterwards, go back and watch the film video and see what you missed. Thing is, they don't taste much like sweet potatoes. They're spicy, but they're not crazy spicy. So like if you have a mild tolerance for capsaicin, you'll be fine with these. They just have this really nice spice to them. They taste tomatoey. Did they put tomato in here? Tomato powder, yeah. Definitely taste the tomato in here. Taste the tomato more than you taste the potato. Kind of a weird thing. Yes, lake effect. Yeah, because I know like Buffalo, Rochester and stuff, they get a lot of lake effect snows there. I'm actually smoking my first brisket right now. Are you doing it in a bong or just a pipe? But be sure to tip your waiters and waitresses. They're working hard for you. We'll be here all week. A swift kick, an energy drink. Yes, Tybalt. It is a drink. I'll start with that. I like these. Again, they have a nice spice to them. They have a really, really nice crunch to them. They're not extra sugary. They're not extra salty. There's a lot of flavors going on there. The least of which is sweet potato, which is kind of weird, but that's okay. That's okay. They're really good, and they're going to get a thumbs up from me. So there we go. Now, let's go back and visit our card. The question. Got that dry powder in the back of my throat. The question was, whose commercial jingle started with, how would you like a good swift kick? And the guesses were, let's see. John King said Mr. Clean. No, actually, you're thinking of how would you like me to kick your ass? That was Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Let's see. Dan Portier said Sport Cola. Janice Yamanaka said Sport Cola. Miguel Rangel changed it to Kick in the Pants. Was there one? Was there a product that offered a kick in the pants? I don't know that. That's the Kumquat King slogan. How would you like a good swift kick in the kumquats? Tom, award yourself 1,000 points for that. 1,000 points to you, Tom, for that guess. I don't even it's probably not even correct, but I don't care. That's the best. It's the best one I've seen so far. 1,000 points, Tom. That has to get you the canoe. That one has to get you the canoe. Tybo, a swift kick, an energy drink. So yes, I'm going to say you are correct. So the correct answer was in fact Sport Cola, which was from Canada Dry. The commercial was in 1968, and it featured Wally Cox. Now, who can tell me who Wally Cox is? Wally Cox was in some movies, some TV shows, but he's famous for the voice of one particular cartoon character. Who wants to tell me who Wally Cox is? The voice of a cartoon character, Wally Cox. But he was in the commercial for Sport Cola. I'm embarrassed enough to say that I remember that commercial. I watched TV when I was a kid. I think it was like in a spaceship. And the song was like, how would you like a good swift kick? And but the odd thing about Sport Cola is it didn't have caffeine in it. So I don't know where the swift kick was from. I don't know if maybe they put like habanero in it or something. I'm not sure where the swift kick was. I never drank a Sport Cola, but it was from 1968, the commercial with Wally Cox, Sport Cola from Canada Dry. Yes, Miguel and Janice are both correct. Wally Cox was the voice of Underdog. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. When Sweet Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go. The secret compartment of my ring I fill with a super secret energy pill. Wally Cox, absolutely correct. So Tom gets 1,000 points for the best answer. Everybody else got it half right, half wrong, sometimes exact and everything. So just 5 points for everybody. Everybody gets 5 points, except for Tom, who gets 1,000 points. It's sad. Gone are the days of Saturday morning cartoons. I can't say that I've actually watched TV on a Saturday morning to know what is actually on. The funny thing is like as I got older, the Saturday morning cartoons were actually cartoons that were shown during prime time. So like Rocky and Bullwinkle, the Flintstones, that were not designed as Saturday morning cartoons. They were adult cartoons, and they came on during prime time, like after 7 p.m. Flintstones were one of them. Flintstones was just a cartoon version of the Honeymooners. That's all the Flintstones were. Rocky and Bullwinkle, that was way over kids' heads. But eventually, maybe because it was a cartoon, it ended up on Saturday mornings. Same with the Warner Brothers cartoons, like Bugs Bunny and stuff. They were cartoons that were shown in the theater. Like so when there was a new movie came out in the 1940s. Before they showed the movie, they would show a Warner Brothers cartoon. And so that was really designed for adults. It was not designed for children. But again, because it was a cartoon in the 60s and 70s, they ended up being shown on Saturday mornings for kids. And in some cases, it was like so like over kids' heads. But it is what it is. Casper. So Miguel, you are saying Casper as one of the shows? Casper the Friendly Ghost. I remember Casper. And then they did a movie, I think. Didn't they, like a live action kind of movie with Casper the Ghost? So, all right. I think I'm caught up. If I'm not, please remind me that I missed somebody and I did not respond to somebody because I hate doing that. So please let me know. Right now, it looks like we're talking about smoking your brisket. So, okay. So on to our next snack, and I think it looks like our last snack, which is our edamame, our wasabi flavored edamame. So that means it's time for a question. So the question is, what food practice began approximately 10,000 BC? Again, what food practice began approximately 10,000 BC? And it was not refrigeration. So what food practice began approximately 10,000 BC? Let's see. Did you like Warner Brothers over Hanna-Barbera? I did, but it depended on the Warner Brothers and the Hanna-Barbera. The thing I liked about the Warner Brothers was the music, because the Warner Brothers Orchestra would do all kinds of classical music. So really, if you think about it, the Warner Brothers cartoons introduced people to, like, especially classical music that they normally would not, or even jazz music that they normally would not have had exposure to and everything. It just introduced people to a whole bunch of music. Like, I'm sure you remember Kill the Wabbit, right? Kill the Wabbit, which was the Ride of the Valkyries from Wagner. But that's what people remember. They hear like if they were to hear the Ride of the Valkyries by Wagner, and then all of a sudden they go Kill the Wabbit, they just think Kill the Wabbit. There were so many. The Warner Brothers Orchestra on those cartoons used so much classical music, and even like other types of music besides classical music. Like there was the one with the I think I want to say it was a dog and a cat, and every time the dog got a hold of the cat or something, he made him pick his punishment, and it would be like, not the post, and then whenever they were doing the punishment and everything, there was that song in the background, dun 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 dun, you know, dun 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 dun, dun, which was Powerhouse by I want to say Randolph Scott. It might not be Randolph Scott, but they were, it was a jazz tune, and the Warner Brothers Orchestra was using that for a cartoon. So that was the thing that I loved about the Warner Brothers cartoons, is that it introduced people to classical music that they normally would maybe not have, be open to. So then when they actually hear those classical songs, who could forget when Bugs Bunny was Leopold, the conductor, and he was like conducting the orchestra, and the guy's like, collars coming on, his face is turning plaid, and the building, the Hollywood Bowl starts falling down and stuff like that. So it's kind of what it is. So yeah, that was my preference. But again, cartoons like the Flintstones were kind of cool. But then I think the problem was, like in the maybe towards the late 70s, Hanna-Barbera started getting a little bit goofy. Like I never really was a big fan of Scooby-Doo. It was just, especially when they brought in Scrappy-Doo. It's like, really, why? So Hanna-Barbera, they kind of like, they started out okay, or like, what's that caveman, the guy that looked like Cousin It? It was like all hair, and it just kind of, to me, that just kind of lost something. Like they were trying too hard. Again, I think maybe the thing was Warner Brothers was geared towards adults, and Hanna-Barbera was geared towards kids, with the exception of the Flintstones and the Jetsons, I believe. The Jetsons, which was also Hanna-Barbera, which is just basically a space age version of the Flintstones. So there we go. The question was, what food practice began approximately 10,000 BC? And it looks like the guesses were cooking over fire. Janice says cooking with fire. Tybalt says fermentation of food. That one's good. Dan Portnier said smoking, preserving through smoking. Junk, I think that might be your guess. Reverse searing after sous vide. That would be cool. I hope that's your guess, because that's awesome. So I think you're gonna get 1,000. Chuck, give yourself 1,000 points for that one. It's not even close to correct, but it's hilarious. So if that's your guess, give yourself 1,000 points right now. I think cooking with it. Oh, okay, you guys are talking about Dan Aykroyd portrayed a Ghostbusters in the Casper live action. Fun fact. I didn't see the Casper live action, so I wouldn't know that. But it is. If I hear Flight of the Valkyries, I always think of the movie Apocalypse Now. They Ride of the Valkyries. They also use Ride of the Valkyries in Blues Brothers. So the scene where the Nazis were in the car and it went off that overpass, and they were like hundreds of feet above the city, and the car dropped down. They were playing Ride of the Valkyries during that. Part of the reason I think they were using that in that particular case was because the music of Richard Wagner had a lot to do with the Third Reich and the Nazis. So they kind of use it as a theme music, which is why for decades, and maybe even still, I'm not sure, Wagner's music is banned in Israel for that particular reason, that the Nazis used it as theme music and everything. So they ruin everything. Nazis ruin everything. Janice says, or it could be agriculture. Well, you say, or it could, oh, because you said cooking with fire earlier, and then you say, or it could be agriculture. Let's see. Let's see. Do you hear Caveman Natural? Captain Caveman. Thank you, Chunk. That was the one I was looking for. Captain Caveman. Hated Captain Caveman. So you guys, there's some great guesses. I mean, I would think that maybe around that same time period, that would be correct. Fermentation of food is the same thing as smoking and preserve. Is the same purpose, Tybalt, as what Dan said was smoking and preserving. Because the thing is, no refrigeration, so they had to preserve their food. And I think they did do smoking and they did do preserving. It's really not what I was looking for. It's kind of Janice was pretty close on her second guess when she says, or it could be agriculture. It was basically domestication of animals for food. So instead of hunting for animals, they started raising animals for food. So it was the first domestication of animals specifically for food that occurred around 10,000 BC. That's kind of what I was looking for. So a lot of people got that wrong. A lot of people were close. I'm going to go ahead and give 2.5 points to everybody, except for Chunk Davis, who said reverse searing after sous vide, who gets 1,000 points for that. There we go. Julie, do you miss your dad's epic stash? How come you don't ask me, Eli, if I miss my epic stash? I love classical music. It's relaxing. Tybalt, it depends on the classical music. So there's different types of classical music. Some of it's relaxing. Some of it is very discordant. Some of it is very lifting and emotional and powerful. If you think about Beethoven's Fifth, the way is it Fifth? No, the Ninth. Beethoven's Ninth, the way Beethoven's Ninth starts, it's very dramatic. It is not soothing. Or Bizet's Carmen, you know, what is it? The March of the Toreadors, I think it is. Very, very big and happening and everything. Not really calming. So it varies. It's sort of like, soft rock and heavy metal. Classical music is this big, all-encompassing genre. Grubwarp has entered the room. Hello, Grubwarp. Well, welcome. Let's see. Yes and no. It's been gone for so long. It'd be weird to see it now. Oh, the mustache. It'd be weird to see it now. Also, when he had it, he had long hair and sometimes the eye patch. So I heard Captain Hook stuff a lot. Yeah, Captain Hook. What else was there? There was Jafar. There was Yanni. There was Frank Zappa. There was Tony Orlando. There was Julie. Help me out with some of these. There was a bunch. I was compared to a bunch of people. I think Yanni did. I don't know if I said Yanni. So there we go. So let's retire that and let's go on to our last snack. So our last snack is. Wait, did I ask a question and then I answer the question and then not even eat the snack? I think that's what I did. All right. Last snack. Let's ask a question. I think what's happened was I asked the question and then we went off on a tangent and then I forgot that we didn't even open our snack. So our snack is our Seapoint Farms dry roasted wasabi flavored edamame. There we go. And we'll do that. How's Doodle doing? I don't know. He didn't come back. He kind of took off and he didn't come back. So I don't know. I could clap my hands together and say, hey, welcome to another episode of Trippy Food, and I guarantee he'll come running in here. I promise you that he'll come running in here. So if you guys want to see him somewhere before the end of the thing, we'll do that if he doesn't come back on his own. And there we go. Tybalt. That's a good question, Julie. I've just been saying Tybalt this whole time, and I could be absolutely wrong. But they never said, Val, you're wrong. It's Tybalt or Tibbet or Tybalt, whatever it is. Tony Orlando. Yeah, Eli, I got that one a lot. All right, so let's ask another question because we have lots of them. So the question is, I forgot to pretend to read from a card. Candy was first made in what country between the 6th and 4th centuries BC? And I know what you're saying is, wait, don't you have that backwards between the 6th and the 4th? But remember, BC goes backwards, right? So it's between the 6th and the 4th century BC. Candy was made in which country between the 6th and the 4th centuries BC? So we put that in our library book, in our history book, and let's go ahead and open these up. Did I miss anything, guys? We have like a bunch of discussions going on here, and I don't want to miss anything, so please let me know if I missed anything. I want to make sure that I respond to everything I can possibly do. The thing is, right now, we have about 47, a little more than 4,700 subscribers. But not everybody who watches the live streams are. As a matter of fact, I found that the people that like the videos, through the analytics, I found that something like 47% of the people who like the videos are not subscribers. So that means that people are watching, they like the videos, but they're not actually subscribers. If that's the case, and that's one of you guys, be a subscriber. So just create yourself a YouTube login and subscribe. So relatively easy to do, I think. You don't even have to have any content. It's not necessary, which people will tell us. What was the question? The question was, candy was first. Oh, card. Candy was first made in which country between the 6th and 4th centuries BC? Tybalt or Tybalt or Tybalt, whatever it is. You all let us know. Mean Metal Mike has just entered the room. I don't know where you were, Mean Metal Mike. About half an hour ago, we were talking about music. So Doodle has come back. Come on up. Come on up. Come up, Doodle. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up here. Come on. I can pick you up, but I would think that would be invasive. There we go. Doodle, everybody. The Prince of Dogness. Hi, everybody. I'm Doodle. I guess he's a Chihuahua. He'd have a Mexican accent. Doodle, everybody. For those who don't know Doodle, this is Doodle. Doodle, want to say hi? Look, over there. Over there. Look, Doodle, over here. Over here. Look. That's you. Doodle, it's you. Look, it's you. No? No? All right. Doodle, I hope that you're eating your food. Because you've just been eating your chicken snack. It's okay. It's just a piece of chicken, right? There's nothing in it. It's just chicken. It's good for him. He wants something else. He wants what I'm having. Let's go ahead and open these edamame. Great story and really few good movies. Oh, Romeo and Juliet. Oh, okay. He is the cutest, and he knows it. That's the problem. He knows it. Oh, so Mean Metal Mike, answer a question for me because I did get your email. Mean Metal Mike. So we're talking about metal like iron, correct? We're not talking about metal like heavy metal. We're talking about iron, right? Like big iron, like trains, right? Am I mistaken, Mean Metal Mike? Or is it both, like heavy metal, music, and trains? Because I think like I got something from your signature or something that you're into trains, and so that's why I was thinking it was a train thing. The metal was like iron, and we're talking about trains. That's a guess. So let me know if I'm correct. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I just... See, I'm talking about it, and you just said that. Yes, Mean Metal Mike, I did, and we are going to work on that soon. Nothing earth-shattering here. It looks like edamame, right? Except that the skins are split on that. It's kind of weird. Whoa! Whoa! That took me by surprise. The ingredients are soybeans, sea salt, wasabi powder, wasabi oil. That's the only ingredients. It's pretty straightforward stuff. That has more of a kick than regular wasabi. Almost has like that horseradish kick. Wow. It has that thing that has the vapors that go up the back of your nose. Mean Metal Mike, both. Oh, okay. So, so it doesn't matter, either one. I'm still waiting the correct pronunciation for Tybalt or Tybalt or Tybalt. Triple M. That's a good one, Julie. It's easy. Mean Metal Mike, Triple M. Let's see. Did I miss anything here? Dan, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. So I'm going to, again, review the rules of the trivia questions. Which, it's hard to call them rules. Ooh, I got all fuzzy there for a second. Hard to call them rules. It's not really a thing that require rules. So the thing is, if you know it, just throw it out there. If you don't know it and you want to take a guess and throw it out there. And if you don't know it and you want to look it up, go ahead and look it up. So the thing is, Janice does exactly that. She looks it up. But anyone can do that. There's no rule against that. So, no, just throwing it out there. Next time I ask a trivia question, you guys want to, immediately look it up. Do that too. That's fine too. Is there an edadaddy? That is an excellent question. Or is it eat a daddy, eat a mommy? That's the question. It definitely has that like really, really strong soybean taste. Like some of them, sometimes the stuff like the wasabi peas, you don't really get so much of that pea flavor as much as the wasabi flavor. The wasabi flavor is there and it's really strong, but you also get that soybean taste. It's not smart to eat a handful of those. They had that punch up the back of your nose. Wow. It doesn't mess around. That's good though, but it's an experience. If you don't want to know what the hell's going on inside your body when you eat something like that, you might want to avoid it. But for me, I like the soybean taste. I like the wasabi kick. Thumbs up. There we go. So our question was, candy was first made in which country between the 6th and 4th centuries BC? Let's see. Tybalt. I'm going to keep saying Tybalt unless you tell me otherwise. Tybalt said candy was invented in China, I'll bet. Let's see. Do we have any other ones before that? I think maybe Julie's guessing. Dan Portnier said Germany. He said, I don't know. That's okay. You don't have to know. And it's always good to just throw it out there. That's fine. Julie said, wait, no, Egypt. So she said something else before. Spain. Oh, she said Spain, and then she changed it to Egypt. Let's see. Who else guessed? I think he went Taco Bell. You're talking about Doodle. Yo quiero Taco Bell. He does look a little bit like the Taco Bell dog, but maybe not as Chihuahua-ish as the Taco Bell dog. Did that Taco Bell dog have a name? So again, Tybalt said candy was invented in China, I'll bet. Let's see. Meme and Mike said the Polish dish with a twist. Oh, you were talking about when you emailed me, yes. Janice Yamanak said candy had its origins in India, but the Persians and the Greek discovered candy in India between the 6th and 4th centuries BC. That sounds pretty accurate. Let's see, did I miss anything? I did not miss anything. Those were the guesses. Oh, Mean Metal Mike later said France. I don't know if that was a guess of that. Hey, Food Taster TV is in the room. Never too late. Welcome, Food Taster TV. Always good to see you. You are always welcome. The correct answer was in fact India. So it was in India, and Janice said, where was it? Google is my friend, although half the time my husband knows the answer. So Janice, does he sit in front of Jeopardy and just go like, no, it's this? You start yelling at the TV because he knows they're going to get the answer wrong. I do that sometimes too. His font for his name is like how Iron Maiden uses it. Oh, okay. Well, like he said, it's both. So we go Trip, Val, and Matt go to the Sacramento Railroad Museum and the Niles Cannon Railroad with Val and Matt. We could do that. There's also the here in the LA area, Travel Town in Griffith Park. There's also a train museum and a train that kind of goes to the countryside up in, I'm going to say Fairmont, but I know that's not true. It's up off Highway 26 going out towards Ventura. And I can't remember what that little town is, but they have like a train yard and a train ride that you can go on. I love trains. And then also at the Pomona Fairground, they have trains, but I don't know if the trains take you on tours. Anyways, getting back to your question, it was in fact India. Janice mentioned something though, that it was invented in India and then somebody found it there. The Persians and Greeks discovered candy in India between the 6th and the 4th centuries BC. So it could be older than that. So Janice is correct there. Let's see. What else did I miss? Google is my friend. Yeah, we did that one. It is the third one. Tybalt. Thank you. Okay, we will switch to that, and then just like smack me in the head if I get that wrong every once in a while. Tybalt. Okay, cool. I've been to the Sacramento Railroad Museum a few times. It is really cool. We have not done a We Go Main show in Sacramento. There's a thing, and we can actually stop at the Tower Mart in Lathrop and see all the aliens. That'd be cool. The Gold Rush Museum was real cool until it got robbed. The Gold Rush Museum getting robbed. Who'd have thunk it? Here's a question: which United States railway company used the first dining car? Correct me if I'm wrong, Mean Metal Mike, but the first dining car was called a Pullman, but I don't know what the railroad was. Pennsylvania has so many dining cars as restaurants. Well, also a lot of train cars were used as diners. So if you like in the Northeast, New Jersey, Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, that area, a lot of train cars ended up as diners. As a matter of fact, I think they call them dining cars. In Worcester, there's one diner in Worcester that uses a Worcester dining car, and they were specifically dining cars that they turned into diners. So I think that's what diners were originally founded on, were based on were these train cars, I think. There's one in Sharon, PA that is good. Let's see, Food Taster TV. Just want to make Gidget was the name of the Taco Bell. Gidget? Gidget is a female name, but his voice was actually kind of masculine, so that's kind of odd. Let's see. Keep up the reviews. They're great. Well, thank you, Trenton Hardy, who snuck into the room and who I failed to acknowledge. Welcome to the chat, Trenton Hardy. I don't recognize your name. So what brings you to our chat on our live stream, and where do you call home? Welcome, Trenton Hardy. And everybody, please give Trenton Hardy a warm and hearty Trippy food welcome. Let's see. Napa Valley Wine Train. I hear that's nice. I had heard that's nice. Okay, so people are guessing. Worcester. Well, Worcester's not a railroad per se, but I know that there were Worcester train cars that were used as diners. But I don't know if it was the manufacturer or the train or the train line themselves. Thank you, Fillmore. They have excursions too. Yeah, they do, and they have like a fall one. Goes through like around Halloween or something. They have a fall train that goes there. Fillmore. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Janice. Okay, so we forgot in between our snacks, we forgot to open our adult beverage. So we will go ahead and do that now. And our adult beverage of choice today is the chocolate Babka pastry stout brewed with cacao nibs, and this is from Campanology Brewing in somewhere in Wisconsin. All right. You are correcting my pronunciation on Worcester. Oh, that's right, Worcester. It was the Pennsylvania Railroad in 1894 used the earliest known dining car, which consisted of a coal stove used for cooking meats and soups. Well, they had coal on the train, right? Why not? All right, so let's ask a question before we open that. And our question is, what was the first flavor added to chewing gum in the United States? Again, what was the first flavor added to chewing gum in the United States? That goes on the candy rack. And let's go ahead and open up our beverage. Where did we put Ariel? Here she is. See, she put little dents in the top of that lid, but we don't care because we're not saving it. We have our Trippy Food Beer Tornado glass. Now, I could probably be a little rougher on pouring this, but what's going to happen is it's going to, it's going to create a large head because it's a tornado glass. This is so thick and syrupy that you can't see the tornado. Again, cocoa nibs. Ooh, nice smell. It has a chocolate smell to it. I'm just getting foam. Let's see. I try to dissipate that with a spoon, but I'm actually creating more foam. Not a good idea. You know what? Next time I'm going to get a straw. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a straw. Because it is a stout, Metal Mike. It is chocolate babka pastry stout. Oh, that's good. That's good. Now, I think you have to like stouts and porters, which I do. That's really good. It's sweet. It's cocoa-y or chocolatey. This would make an excellent beer float. Scoop of vanilla bean ice cream in there. That would be awesome. This you could pair with dessert. If you wanted a beverage to drink with dessert, this would be really good. 8 to 10 because it is a stout. They pour themselves. So if it wasn't a stout, maybe I would get higher points. I'll take the 8 to 10 though. 8 out of 10 though. Yeah, Mean Metal Mike. So am I. Unfortunately, can't find it around here. I think I saw it once, and you had to buy a whole case, and I didn't want to buy the whole case. And I should have. I mean, not the whole case, but a 6-pack. I should have because now I can't find it at all. But I think I have a commitment the next time I go back up to New England, we're going to do a side trip to Pennsylvania. And you can probably find it relatively easily in Pennsylvania, being that both Hershey's and Yingling are from Pennsylvania. So we will do that. We will try to find it in Pennsylvania and do a little side trip to Philly and not go to Pat's or Gino's. I think that's what we will do. That's delicious. That is really, really good. That is really good. I would not serve that with dinner. It's just really kind of sweet. Yeah, I would serve that with like dessert or by itself. That's fine. Or make a beer float with it. I think it would be really, really good. What is the worst stout you had? Ooh, that's a good question. What comes to mind are the ones I really like. I mean, I like Guinness. Guinness is a pretty straightforward stout. There's nothing special about Guinness, but I like it. The Belching Beaver Peanut Butter Stout, I like. Peanut Butter Milk Stout. I like that. That's the one that stands out. There's one, I think it's probably also from Campanology, the tiramisu one that we did with Reckless Eating. That one was really good. I like that one. But the ones that, as far as the worst stout that comes to mind, maybe the oyster stout. There was this Japanese oyster stout. We did a Trippy Food episode. This was years ago. With the oyster stout, it wasn't great. But you know, I don't know that I've ever had a stout that I just go like, this just isn't good. I'd have to go back and review some of our live streams where we did stouts and see if that was the case. Let's go back to our question. And our question was, what was the first flavor added to chewing gum in the United States? And the guesses were, Mean Metal Mike said cherry. Julie said spearmint. Food Taster TV said cinnamon. I'm already pronouncing it wrong. Tybalt said bubble gum. Let's see. Miguel Rangel said clover. That would be interesting. Janice Yamanaka said licorice. Miguel Rangel then changed it to Tutti Frutti. The correct answer is, in fact, licorice. Licorice was the first flavor added to chewing gum. The first commercially available chewing gum was, well, actually, that's not true, but the oldest commercially available chewing gum was Adams Blackjack Gum. Thomas Adams was the founder of the Adams Gum Company, and Blackjack was one of their first flavors. I don't think the company's in existence anymore, but somebody else has the rights to create it. So they're still making Blackjack gum. But Blackjack gum was, in fact, licorice flavored, and they started adding the flavoring to gum in 1871. So Janice is correct. Everybody else is wrong. So Janice gets 200 points. 200 points just for Janice on this one. And that'll teach everybody else to just go out there and Google and do a Google search on it. So I almost guessed that. Blackjack gum. You should have guessed that, Blackjack gum. Oh, well, Julie, you and I think it's delicious. I'm sure people who don't like licorice would not agree with us. As you know, Julie, our love for licorice is legendary. I was going to say black licorice, but honestly, if it's black, it's licorice, just licorice. Red vines are not licorice. There's no licorice in red vines. But again, for those who don't know, and I will tell the story. I won't tell the whole story, but I'll tell most of the story. When Julie was little, I don't remember how little you were, maybe 4 or 5 years old. We went to the Boston Museum of Science, and they had an exhibit on smell in the Boston Museum of Science. So you open up this little lid and you smelled it, and you try to guess what the smell was. And one of them, like she and I both immediately go, licorice. As soon as we smelled it, it's like licorice. And then after that, we had to go out and get licorice just because it's like just the smell of that licorice just made us want to go out and get licorice. So, again, Julie and I both love licorice, long history of licorice. There we go. But I know a lot of people don't like licorice. It's like one of those things like, I was going to say it's one of those things like cilantro, but honestly, cilantro is a genetic thing. So some people are predisposed genetically to not like cilantro, and I think they say that it kind of imparts like a soap-like taste, but that is specifically genetics. The licorice thing is just you either like it or you don't like it. Does anyone remember bubblegum cigarettes back in the day? I remember bubblegum cigarettes, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but some of them were hollow and they had this kind of powder in it. So if you blew through it, it would look like you were smoking the cigarette. They were kind of chalky. I mean, really chalky, crunchy, like chalk. But yeah, we actually did. Until we found out it could be fatal. Well, the thing was, it was, oh no, I'm sorry, because you're saying bubblegum cigarettes. That was a different thing. But they had candy cigarettes that were like, they were white and kind of chalky. That was a different thing. That was candy cigarettes. The thing is like, the candy company is trying to get kids interested in cigarettes. So that's kind of what that was. You don't see that too much today, but I do remember the bubblegum. I remember bubblegum cigars. They were like cigar shaped, and they even had a little cigar band around them. So I do remember those, the bubblegum cigars. I remember cigarettes per se, but I remember because it looked like a pink cigar. But again, the tobacco industry getting kids hooked on it like at a very early age by tempting them with candy. So, those marketing guys. Do you like spice drops? Yes, if it's what I think it is. So it's kind of like a jujube. But it's got some spice to it and everything. I do like those, but I haven't had them in a while. I loathe cilantro. I meant licorice can be fatal. Yes, it can. Well, in very large amounts. You have to eat like a pound of it in one day, or eat it over a period of time, because people have actually died from that. So it can cause problems with your heart. I think we talked about this in a previous episode about that. That too much licorice can be really, really bad for your heart. So not the amount we eat, Julie. Well, I take that back. Maybe the amount we eat. I used to get them from the ice cream cart. But Chunk, are you talking about the candy cigarettes or the bubblegum cigars or the bubblegum cigarettes? Those are the bubblegum cigarettes you're talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. They were usually marketed as Lucky brand. Yeah, you're lucky if you don't get cancer. All right. So we did our beverages. We did our snacks. We got them all done. Now it's time. It is time on Trippy Food when we do something stupid. So let's do something stupid. Now we have a beverage stupid thing to do, and we have a snack stupid thing to do. We're going to do both. All right, I'm going to save the trivia questions for another day. So let's go ahead. Let's do the beverage stupid thing first. Let's see. A little glass here. So here is some of the Lotte Milkis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's Lotte. I'm going to pour this out of the bottle because if I pour it out of the glass, it's going to be a fiasco. I'm very curious about this. Strong flavors of yogurt in here. Strong flavors of chocolate in here. I have a feeling this is going to work. So what do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. What do you think? I will wait till you take a guess, and then we will try it and we will see. I don't know. This is not something I know the answer to until we try it. But what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down. Take guesses. Does Lotte Milkis taste like dough? No, food taster, because it's not fermented. So it tastes like yogurt. Just tastes like regular yogurt, but it is not a fermented drink. So they carbonate it. So dough typically has natural carbonation in it from the fermentation, but they add carbon dioxide to it to give it carbonation. So All right, so we get thumbs up, thumbs up. I could have done that as a poll. I don't know. Maybe I should have done it as a poll. Who cares? Did I miss anything, by the way? Please let me know. Keep me. We didn't think the same when we thought deer bum or something like that. Yes, it was musk deer. The smell of musk deer. You're absolutely right. We did not think the same. Like, let's go out and get some chewy, delicious musk deer. We thought that smells. Let's see. Hold it up again. Looks like the Charles River. Or the LA River, depending on what part of the country you're in. Either one. Let's see. So I get thumbs up, thumbs up. Hold it up again. Is it curdling? Oh, that's a good question. It does not look like it's curdling. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. An odd thumbs in the middle. Okay, so we got 3 thumbs up, 1 thumbs in the middle. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. It brings out some other flavors. It brings out the flavor of the alcohol in the beer. It seems to have some spicy flavors to it, but I don't think either one of them have much spice in them. But it almost has a spicy flavor. It almost tastes like a hard root beer, but not one of the good hard root beers. So as far as the hard root beer goes, we tried 3. I think we have a Trippy Food episode where we tried 3. We tried not your father's root beer, the Best Damn root beer, and Coney Island root beer, and they were hard root beers, all 3 of them. And Coney Island was the best. This tastes a little bit like the Coney Island one, but not as good. But it doesn't suck, and it's not outstanding. It's a thumbs in the middle. It kind of gives you a why would I do this kind of thing. The tastes are fine. It brings out interesting flavors in there, but it's not fantastic. And it's not terrible. So thumbs in the middle on that one. Chunk Davis, you were absolutely correct. So you get, it looks like you only get 2 points for that one. Sorry about that. 2 points for that one. You were the closest one. Oh, you were actually correct because you said thumbs in the middle. So I got shivers watching you drink that. I'm probably going to get shivers later. All right, now it's time for our second stupid thing. Let's see, how are we going to do this? There are bigger things first. So let's do, get a napkin. All right, we got a lot of stuff that's not like a chip, like flat. Let's say eat one of Doodle's chicken snacks. Hey, Pokey Slide, just dropping in. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to you as well. We got 7 minutes left, so stick around. You got 7 minutes, right? All right, let's see how we're going to do this. We might have to like use the napkin like a funnel. I really think so. So I will do 2 of these sweet potato crisps that don't taste like sweet potato. 1 of the Lychee Candy. Looks like a mouse breast implant. All right, dry roasted edamame. Let's put a couple of these on. We want to go sparingly with these because we saw what happened when you put too much wasabi in your mouth. Okay, cauliflower bites. I'm not saying cauliflower bites, I'm saying they are cauliflower bites. Yeah, we're just gonna have to get creative on how we eat this. I needed 2.5 to will the stuffed donkey. I guess I'll just be lonely. I don't know, just come back next week, Chunk, and you can get the other 2.5 points to get your stuffed donkey. Here in Flagstaff, so beautiful today. It's a nice day here too. I think for the rest of the week they're talking about 60s and 70s. Let's see, what didn't I get? Oh, the Yopokki snack that we didn't have to cook. Let's see, 2 of those. We have 2 of everything. I'm not going to do 2 of the lychee candy. I think we are covered here. So there we go. There's nothing to stack it on. So we're just going to have to funnel it. Now the spice comes out on that one. The lychee candy, though, just throws everything off because everything else is kind of like a crunchy taste, a crunchy texture. And then this thing is gummy. That's really weird. Eli, when you made your grilled ham and cheese, grilled ham and cheese, when you made your grilled ham and cheese, did you make tomato soup to go with that? Yeah, the ASMR is off the charts, Julie. That's weird. Definitely does really, really sweet. You get that sweet, fruity flavor from that. For some reason, the spice from this, the heat from this, comes out more in that stupid thing that we did than previously. The cauliflower bit's nice. Well, these had a little bit of spice too, so I think that contributes to that. I'm going to go ahead and say that together, maybe the lychee threw it off a little bit, but not enough to give it a thumbs in the middle. I think it's still going to get a thumbs up. So the combination, still a thumbs up. It was odd with that fruity lychee in it, but not odd enough to be stupid or disgusting or anything. So I think that's going to get a thumbs up. What beverage did you consume? Well, we started out with this Lotte Milkis, which is a carbonated milk and yogurt flavored drink. This is from Korea. And then our adult beverage was this Campanology Brewing chocolate Babka pastry stout. So those were our 2 beverages, and we mixed them together. It didn't go really well, but it was okay, but it didn't really go really well. I think that one got a thumbs in the middle when we mixed those together. We still have a little bit of, we still got some left. It is Saturday night, which means it's Trippy Food Beer Night, which means I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. A good way to make a grilled cheese is to use 3 layers of bread. The middle piece of bread you soak in tomato soup. So you soak it in tomato soup before you make the sandwich? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you say you soak the bread in the tomato soup. Then you put it in between the sandwich. Then you grill the sandwich. Is that what you're talking about? Because I would think that if you do that moisture would go through to the other 2 pieces of bread and it would be a soggy mess. But that having been said, especially if you're doing ham, in between 2 slices, and you're doing cheese between the other 2 slices, the ham and the cheese would prevent that liquid or the moisture from going through. That could work, but I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. You should have crushed up your snacks and put them in your drink. Well, we still could, Adam. Sorry, my power went out for a minute. I'm sorry your power went out for a few minutes too. Probably snow on one of the lines or something. Maybe brought a line down, maybe. Seen a person use mayo instead of butter for a grilled cheese. That is bizarre. I've heard of that too. I bet it's not that bizarre. I bet it's pretty good. Use mayo on the bread before you grill instead of butter. Yeah, I have heard that. Julie, do you remember, have we done that? Have we done that in a Trippy Food episode where we used mayo instead of butter to make a grilled cheese? For some reason, I thought we had done that, but I could be mistaken. Look, Adam, we have a minute left, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. So here we go. So chocolate Babka stout. I'm not going to do a lot of this, though. Milkies. Yopokki snack. I can't hold that up while I'm doing that. But I'm crunching that up. Crushing that. I'm not going to put the lychee in there only because it's not going to, I can't crush that. It's like a rubbery thing. I can't crush that. I'm going to try to do the edamame. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. They are crunchy, so maybe I can. Yeah, I can. Okay, there's the edamame. Oh, that's a soggy mess. It looks like a disgusting breakfast cereal. All right, our Spudsy sweet potato fry. And our Buffalo Ranch cauliflower bit. And may God have mercy on my soul. I might put one of Doodle's chicken snacks in there. This is a first here on Trippy Food, where we're actually combining our stupid beverage and our stupid snacks. Ah, okay, Julie. I do remember that. I didn't think we filmed that though, did we? Oh, wait a minute. I can't taste any of the snacks in here. All I taste is the beer. I'm gonna love the video you posted yesterday. Well, I'll check that out as soon as we're done here. Miguel, I don't think I'm gonna chug this only because there's like crunchy bits in there. I don't know how that would work. So again, here's the bizarre thing. This is the only thing I taste in here. I can't taste anything else. I mean, there's a little bit of chewy bits in there. There's a little bit of spiciness in there, a tiny bit of spiciness in there. The wasabi is just a little bit in there. Everything's just a little bit in there. But all I taste is the beer. There's a spiciness that comes in afterwards, though. I am getting that spiciness to it. That is going to get a thumbs down, but not for the reason you think. It's not going to get a thumbs down because it's disgusting. It's going to get a thumbs down because it's pointless. Again, I can't taste anything that's in there except for the beer, which is really weird. All I taste is the beer. There's a little bit of spiciness in there, maybe from the wasabi, maybe from the spicy fries, but that's it. I mean, flavor-wise, nothing else adds flavor to that. And everything takes away from, I mean, the beer takes the flavor away from everything else. So all I'm tasting is the beer. That's a thumbs down. Not on film, it was your lunch. Yeah, I mean, I remember that. I just don't remember if we filmed it or not. So that was a while ago. Val is reckless splendor. I suppose that is. I mean, like maybe that would taste different if we actually put it in a blender. And maybe like the thing is that we broke it up in little pieces and it didn't quite blend in with the beverage. Maybe that's what it is. But you know, we're not trying to be like somebody else. So, you know, that's what they do. And I just did it by popular demand. So there we go. Did I miss anything in the meantime? I don't soak the piece of toast to being soggy. Just put the slice of tomato bread soup in the grilled cheese after it's done cooking and the cheese is still hot. Then I cook it for like 30 more seconds. Oh, okay, I get it now. All right, that's worth a shot. I'm going to try that. Thumbs down because you shouldn't have to chew a drink. Absolutely. But the thing is, you drink it, the liquid goes down, and then you got that stuff in your mouth that you got to chew. So there we go. Need to head out. Yes, we do too, Tom. So we are going to. Tom's cousin Cletus is going to be doing the food court today. So Tom is doing a live stream, and he will be doing that live stream at 5 p.m. Eastern time, which is 6 p.m. Pacific Mountain time. No, I'm sorry, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Mountain time. 5 p.m. No, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I think I got that right. Either way, thank you, Tom, for joining us. So everybody remember, in two more hours, to check out Tom's channel, Old Guy in Colorado, where he will be doing a live stream. And also, check out the other people who are part of our community, Janice Yamanaka, Food Taster TV. They have great channels. If you don't remember who they are, again, go to our YouTube channel, and at the bottom it says featured channels. And under the featured channels, it tells you who we are and who they are, and definitely check out their channels. Also, give them some love. So subscribe to their channels, like the videos. And when you subscribe, ring the little bell so that you get notification whenever they're going to do a live stream or put out another video. And let's show some love. It's a great community here. This is one of the things I look forward to every week, is being able to share time with the community and in the chat and on the live stream. And I appreciate all of you taking time out from your day to do that with me. So thank you so much. Unless something comes up, we'll be doing this again, same time, same bat channel next week. But thank you for joining us. And remember that it is crazy out there. So please take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we will see you soon. Bye, everybody.